My name is Cameron Stanovich, and today I'm going to try to persuade you that reading will help in everyday life and to act upon decisions to read. Did you know that about a quarter of American adults say they haven't read a book in whole or in part in the past year, whether in print, electronic, or audio form? I thoroughly enjoy reading and find it as a great way to relax and get my mind off everyday struggles. Not only do I enjoy reading for leisure, but I also have seen it help me advance in school. My ACT score shot up drastically after I started picking up reading again. 8 points to be exact. It blows my mind to think of how many people are starting to steer away from reading, and it's kind of disappointing. The effects of reading on the human brain does not stop working after we graduate school. What if I told you that reading could help you better yourself in everyday life? The amount of people who still read regularly in America is steadily declining each year. People do not realize reading can help improve your memory, reduce stress, and help with concentration. First, I would like to talk about the effects of the decline in reading in the world. Second, the benefits of reading and its effect on you. And last, how to become more involved with reading. Let's begin by talking about the decline of reading in the world and its effects. People all around the world, but most importantly here in America, are starting to read less each year. The problem in today's society with reading is the decline in numbers and how many people actually read and how well they can read. Literally, reading is down 10.2% from the 1982 census, which equates to the loss of 20 million potential readers. If one does not ever read, how will they advance in their reading skills? Because people are choosing not to read, they are ultimately hurting their chances of helping themselves. One may conjecture that the erosion of reading scores is partly due to the less curricular emphasis on reading at the higher education levels. But another plausible explanation is that adults are losing the habits of voluntarily reading, which could sustain and reinforce their literacy skills. You can help change these numbers by simply taking some time out of your day to read, and also help yourself. Reading can help everyone, not just a specific age or gender. Not only is this a problem for developing children, but it is also affecting adults. The new survey shows that 27% of Americans read an e-book in the past 12 months, up from 17% in 2011. But that figure is statistically similar to the size of the e-book reading population captured in a Pew Research survey in 2014. Audiobook consumption has remained stable, with 12% of Americans saying they listen to a book that way. Among all Americans, the average number of books read in the previous year was 12, and the median number of books read was 4. Some 27% of adults said they haven't read any books over the past year, while 1% said they did not know or refused to answer. The following poem by Helen H. Moore, entitled Books, explains why books are good for you. If you read a few, then you'll know it's true. Books are good for you. Chefs read cookbooks, pirates hook books, little kids read lift and look books. We read books of poems and prose. Some of these are and some of those. Read some too and you'll agree. Books are good for you and me. With all that being said about the negative aspect of reading in the world, I would now like to talk about the positive points of reading and how it can help benefit you in your everyday life. After all, who wouldn't want to better themselves? Most people do not read because they do not know how beneficial it can be. Here are a few ways that reading can help you in your health and education. Reading can help in the biggest and simplest ways. This comes from its ability to reduce stress, improve your memory, and help you with concentration. Many people struggle each day with these aspects in their life, but reading is a simple fix for that. According to Life Hacks website, when it comes to stress, A well-written novel can transport you to what you feel like another world, while an engaging article will distract you and keep you in the present moment, letting tensions drain away and allow you to relax. For memory, when you read a book, you have to remember a number of characters, backgrounds, and ambitions, as well as the various acts and subplots that are in every story. That's a fair bit to remember. But brains are marvelous things and can remember these things with ease. Amazingly, even though every new memory you creates snaps in the brain and strengthens existing ones. This will help assist with short-term memory recall and lastly, concentration. Reading helps a person focus and not let things such as text, work, and emails get in the way. This will help you in your life by cutting down on the time that you spend doing pointless tasks. Find a book that interests you, and this process will be much easier. Pick up a book for roughly 20 minutes before school or work and watch it as its effects last through the day. Now that you've seen the benefits of reading, let's talk about how you can get more involved with reading and make it something you will grow to enjoy. Reading is good for your health and soul. Once you find the right book, it can make a huge difference. Finding the right book can be very easy. Think about yourself and what you like. For example, someone who works with the law might enjoy John Grisham's collection of books, or if you are more of a romance type of person, then Nicholas Sparks is your guy. For children, reading has a five-figure rule for choosing the perfect book. They say choose a book that you think you will enjoy. Read the second page. Hold up a finger for each word you are not sure of or do not know. And if there are 5 or more words you did not know, you should choose an easier book. This is important for children who are learning how to read. Describe consequence of inaction. The problem most people have with reading is choosing the wrong book. If you can't understand it or uninterested or can't seem to keep flipping through the page, then you definitely have the wrong book. Don't let this stop you from reading. If you keep giving up, then you will never get the experience, the benefit that reading offers. To sum it all up, reading is here to help you, not hurt you. Today I have told you about the negative effects and the lack of reading on the world, the positive effects reading can have on you, and lastly, how to get more involved with reading through finding the right books for you. For adults, this is through your personality and your likes and dislikes, but for children, it is easier to use the 5-finger rule. Reading is better, you and is one of the simplest things that you can do for yourself. While it is important to help others, it is also important to help yourself. After all, who doesn't love some me time? I'm going to finish with a quote from one of my favorite authors, J.K. Rowling, who is the author of the very prestigious Harry Potter series, about the importance of reading. Read a lot because reading helps you. Read anything you can get your hands on.